Today is episode 50 of a daily dose of greatness quest, where every single day I'm bringing you something to help you take your life and business to the next level. I'm excited about today because we're going to talk about vision and the power of focus, the power of something that pulls you forward. Yesterday we talked about the power of the dark side. Today we're going to talk about the power of the light. I know you're going to love the show.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of greatness quest with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He's going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool.
All right. There's so many different ways I could talk to you about this, but basically the power of vision and the power of future pacing is something you can use with yourself. You can use it with your family. You can use this with your kids. You can use this with your clients. And the power of vision can shift many, many things. Yesterday, we talked about pain. We talked about that most people are too scared to use pain to serve them, to get them into action. But I believe that it's the power of the light and the power of vision that pulls us forward. And I'll share with you a Steve Jobs quote here. Hold on one second. I love this quote, and I just want to make sure I get it right. If you are working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Don't you love that? If you're working on something that you're really excited about, you don't have to be pushed, but the vision can pull you. And I think that's our job when we're working with ourselves. Let's go inside out. Let's first of all talk about how you can use the power of the light to pull you forward. So I learned long ago that if you start to visualize something that you really want to have happen, and you start to experience the feelings that you're going to have in that future that you want to create, it can start like attracting it and creating it for you even faster and faster and faster. My dad taught me this when I was 11 years old and I wanted to do 11 pull-ups. He said, Trevor, you got to see it, you got to say it, and you got to feel like you're the type of guy that can do 11 pull-ups. And he had me repeat it over and over and over again. If you look at my back in our history, here in the Daily Dose of Greatness Quest, you should find my episode like I can do 11 pull-ups, and I talk about the see it, say it, feel it formula. But those are the things. So to use this for yourself, my challenge for you is to think about a future that you want and to go ahead and paint a picture of it. My challenge for you to be pull out your journal today and write this down. What's an area of your life that you want something that you want to improve, and then write down a vision for what that's going to be. For me, it was years ago, before I had a family, before I had a wife, before I was dating the girl that I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with. Like, I decided that I wanted a certain level of success. I wanted to be with my woman. And I started to paint a picture of what life would be like sometime in the future. And I have yet to make this come true, but it's coming closer and closer. But I'll tell you about it because it was a decade. It was 5 years or something before, or 10 years before I met my wife, that I started to visualize this on a regular basis. So it started with this vision of me, married with 2 kids. And I wanted to have this amazing day. So I imagined I was so successful that I was flying around in a helicopter, and I had just left some kind of meeting that mattered. Like, I had just done something awesome that made a difference in people's lives. And I was flying back in my helicopter to my house, and I was staying in a villa that overlooked the ocean and some mountains. And then I would land this helicopter on the roof of this building. And then as I would walk downstairs, I'd have 2 dogs, and I'd hear them coming up the stairs to greet me on the stairs. And then I would walk into the kitchen where my wife was serving breakfast to our 2 kids, and I would kiss my kids on the lips, and I'd be able to taste the strawberries on their lips from what they were eating for breakfast with their strawberry pancakes or whatever it was. And then the nanny would take my kids out of the room and I would make love to my gorgeous wife in the kitchen. Now, this all hasn't happened. I only just recently had my second child, who's 3 months old right now. But what would happen is when I was going through hard times, I would close my eyes and start to imagine this future coming true. I wasn't sure how it was going to happen. And guys, I haven't had this happen yet. But I tell you what, it's getting closer and closer. I have 2 kids now. I have trips that I take with my family. I'm currently we're just going to Yellowstone today in California. We were traveling all day yesterday. And now I'm about to go on this trip with my 2 kids and my wife. We don't have our nanny along with us, and I don't have a helicopter in the plans here, but it's coming. Like I'm planning a vacation in the next couple of years. We're looking at the Greece or something like that, and I'm going to make this frickin' thing come true. It's a vision that pulled me forward even when I was living in frickin' miserable hell. I remember one time I was having it wasn't my wisdom teeth pulled out, but I had some oral surgery. We had a dentist cranking on my mouth, cutting into my freaking gums and teeth and all this. It sucked miserably. And instead, I would transport myself to this future, and me having the wife and the kids and this amazing vision. And I wanted to see it. I wanted to feel it. And I started being grateful for a vision that I knew I'd have in the future, instead of the pain that I was experiencing in the moment. This is how you can hopefully use this for yourself. I believe it is Steve Jobs. There's this great quote that Steve uses, and I want to share it with you right now. I want to make sure I get it right. If you are working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. My challenge for you today is to come up with a vision that pulls you forward and write it down in your journal. Use the see it, say it, feel it formula, and go ahead and write this down with total clarity so that you can come up with something that moves you forward and pulls you. But you don't want to just use this with yourself. Like, this is a daily meditation thing. You can not only just write that down in your journal, but I challenge you to look at it during your day. Like, to meditate each day about what it is that you want and see your day working out the way that you want it to work out. Or if you encounter a challenge, that you win. If you're going to go ahead and make some sales, that you make the sale, but create and paint a picture for you that freaking wins. Okay, so this is a daily meditation challenge to you as well, for you to plan out your day and make sure that you have a vision that wins. Now, how can you use this with your kids? You know, I will oftentimes with my daughter try to get her to focus on something else other than the pain or the problem that she thinks is so big today. I try to create a compelling future of her having the result that she wants in the future, and that it pulls her forward. See, one of the things that is very powerful as far as what influences other people is their vision and their words for what they want and what moves them forward. So I want you to go ahead and see if you can use this with your kids, with your family, with your friends, by asking questions to help them paint a picture of a future that they want, and then you're using something that influences them greatly. And you can also use this in sales. So lastly, how could you do that in a sales process? When you are talking to someone and you're trying to influence them and get them to buy your thing, invest in the vision for what you've got, whatever it is, I will use the power of pleasure and the power of the light that pulls us forward by asking them questions about what they want most. If you find out what they want most and you help them realize the vision of what that's going to be like, how they're going to feel. Notice the same, we still use visual, auditory, and kinesthetic expressions here. The visual, how's that going to feel? What is that? What are you going to say to yourself? That's the sound. And then the vision for it as well. You can use this and use what I call active listening. You ask a bunch of questions to find out about what somebody wants, why they want it, how great it's going to feel when they've got it. These are the things that pull people forward and that we frickin' love. So Yesterday gave you the power of the dark side. Today I want you to use and experience the power of the light. If you've not done this exercise yet, make sure you do it. And if you've done it before, maybe do it again. Pull out your freaking journal and write down a phenomenal freaking day that you want to experience in the future. And you don't have to wait to be grateful for it. You can start to enjoy it and experience it today. And if you're not using this in a sales conversation where you are asking people questions about what they want and then repeating it back to them and trying to help them see and create a vision that pulls them forward, if you're not doing that yet, then I challenge you to do it right now, because it's one of the most powerful, coolest things you can give people as a gift for your kids, your family, your wife, your husband, and your future clients. So that's all I got for you today. Make today freaking magnificent. Paint yourself a picture that pulls you forward, and spend some time daily enjoying the feeling that you're going to have in the future when you've got it. Future pace yourself through your daily meditation. Ask an end of day question when you're falling asleep at night, and start to imagine this future where you're able to create the results that you want. My dad helped me do this when I was 11 years old. And he showed me how to do 11 pull-ups. And in a short period of time, I was able to exceed that goal. And he gave me the gift of the see it, say it, feel it formula. Today, I want you to use this in your life, but maybe come up with a discipline for the next 30 days or so that you do this every single day. If you'd like to join me in the 30-day challenge, I have a 30-day goal setting and goal getting challenge that's coming really soon. I'm redoing one of my books that's going to come out with that. So if you don't have my app yet, download my app by text messaging the word Trevor to 36260. And then I'm going to share with you the details of my 30-day goal setting challenge here really quickly. And hopefully I can help you with that daily discipline. All right. That's all I got for you. I need to shut up so you can go have an awesome day. Go use the power of light to pull you forward. Okay. Have a great one.
To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.